John Eats Cheap, and another kind of regional favorite. I know they have in a lot of seafood areas, they have what they call the crab boil or the shrimp boil. Well, we're going to do a shrimp boil on the grill. So it's a foil, shrimp foil, not boil. We got shrimp, red pepper, zucchini, some potato, little onion, some andouille sausage, Old Bay. My microwave's going off because I melted my butter. That's okay. It's okay. Hey, I'm multitasking. We're going to mix it all together, put it in foil, and do it on the grill. You can do it in the oven too, or the grill. You know, if you do it in the grill, it seems like you're really doing something extra special outside. But let's get started. Shrimp foil with John Eats Cheap. So the first thing we're going to do is cut up these little red potatoes. I need to do them first because the vegetables, the andouille's already cooked. The shrimp cook quickly. Peppers, onions, those cook quickly. I have some corn too. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot the corn. I'm going to get these potatoes started. I'm just going to the big ones, I'll quarter or maybe third. And we're just going to cook these a little bit for about 10 minutes first to make sure that they get good and done. And I'll cut this one in half. I'm going to put these into a little foil right here. And we'll get these on the grill. The grill is heating up, getting ready to go. So you just kind of got to make a little pocket. I'm going to put a little melted butter on there. There we go. A little salt, a little pepper. And seal this foil up. This way you want to try and get a double seal. This is double foil, so it's folded over. And just try and get it as sealed up as possible so you don't have any leaks. You can do this on a campfire, of course. But get it sealed up tight. And we'll get it cooking. Get these potatoes going, then we can start prepping our next stuff for the shrimp foil boil. Found my ear of corn. By the way, my stuff I got to do some prep here. The shrimp, these are 16 to 20 count shrimp. The only place I buy shrimp is Fresh Thyme. They have them on sale about every 3 or 4 weeks. The 16 to 20 count for $5.97 or $5.99 a pound, and that's an incredible price. And they come raw. They're already deveined. They still have the shell on, but it comes off real easy. So our shrimp are ready. I got my corn. Now we're in Iowa, like the corn capital of the world. And I went out of my way, they had 5 for $1, so 20 cents for an ear of corn at Fresh Thyme. So I got one just for this. So that's not that bad. It's from Florida. I got my peppers and onion there as well. So I'm just doing my prep here. I got to get my corn shucked. This corn will be hand shucked. And it actually, I had an ear for lunch yesterday, and it's actually pretty good corn. But so we're just going to get that, get it clean, get the silk off of it, and get it cut up into quarters, because it's just Mrs. Cheap and I for dinner. That's a great thing about this. You can make it for 2, you can make it for 4, you can make it for 10. So I've got my red pepper. I'm not going to use the whole thing. I already washed this off. But I'm not going to use the whole thing. You just need it in there for a little bit of color. So get some, I got a little corn silk on there. Just get some pieces, get them for color. We're going to put those in the bowl. So yeah, with the green zucchini, the yellow corn, the red pepper, the color on this really pops. And then you add some green parsley at the end. It's nice. So pepper, I just need a few thin strips. I'll do like this much of it. We'll save the rest for an omelet, right? Get those. These are all, everything goes in a bowl. And then we'll cover it with our olive oil and butter and Old Bay. Now I've got a lot of zucchini here. I'm not going to use anywhere near all of this. So we'll save a little, have some zucchini, red pepper. I got a tomato from earlier. Do a little zucchini parmesan later on, maybe. Later on in the week. So I'm going to end up saving like that much of it because I'm not going to have much. And the great thing about this is the peppers are big, the zucchini are big, the corn are big. You can customize these. They don't have to have everything in them, or, you know, if the kids are picky, it's easy to pick stuff out. I mean, growing up, I was the king of picking stuff out of my food. We'll get that in. Not much onion. I just got that much left, so I'm just going to put that in. And our corn, I'm just going to cut the end off here. Maybe. Yeesh. Thought it was stronger than that. So I'm just going to quarter this. That's how they do it in the restaurants, right? I've never done that before. That's kind of tough. And I don't want it to shoot out anywhere. Boy, that was hard. Cutting through a corn cob, don't usually do that. All right, so we got all of our stuff. I'm gonna. We got to get our. Andouille. Dewey the dog perks up every time I say andouille. And this is from Zatarain's. Our grocery store carries that now. So I'm only going to use one of these. We'll save another one for later. These freeze great. That's not a problem. And we can always find a dish. Heck, you know what? We got a hoagie bun over there. I may have this for lunch tomorrow. So there we go. We're just going to cut the andouille sausage. This is already cooked and smoked and everything. Just cut it into little bite-sized pieces or medallions. And it's all going in. And as I say, a lot of times people boil this. They put the shrimp boil in, and it's great that way. But I don't want to heat up the kitchen with a big pot of water boiling, and foil it's a lot easier to just throw it all in there. But all these things, as I said, the sausage is cooked, the corn cooks quick, zucchini, the vegetables all cook quick, the shrimp cooks quick. Only the potatoes don't cook quick. That's why I'm pre-doing those right now. So there's our bowl of stuff. I'm going to add the shrimp. Now I'm going to go get our potatoes, and we'll be about ready to get started here. All right, our main stuff is ready. I just went and got the potatoes off the grill. I just had them 10 to 15 minutes. It was while I did my other prep. This is what you would call kind of like a par cook. So they're partially cooked. Ooh, I can smell them. So they did some cooking, but that's just so they won't be too chewy or crunchy, tough, not still raw. There we go. There's the par cooked potatoes. I'm just going to dump those in there along with the butter and salt and pepper. All right. Now, let's get our olive oil and seasoning. It takes about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There's 1. There's 2. I'm going to add a little bit of butter, which I melted. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of butter. But I mean corn, shrimp, potatoes, we need butter, right? And now 2 teaspoons, I'm going to measure this. 2 teaspoons of Old Bay, which is like the greatest seasoning around, or in my top 5 at least. So we just sprinkle that on top. And now we're going to mix this. We just toss it around, try and get everything coated with the oil, with the seasoning. Oh, I can smell that Old Bay. The grill is still hot. We'll seal these up in foil packets and cook them for about 15 minutes. The grill, I think I've got it on medium high. And we'll go ahead and do it over direct heat because it's in double foil. So there's pretty evenly coated. I'm going to just put a little bit of salt and some fresh ground. The big specks, I usually like finely ground pepper, but for this, for the color, I want the black pepper. That's not finely ground. So now, let me get this out of the way. We're going to make our foil packets. So there we go, 2 packets, 1 for me, 1 for Mrs. Cheap. We'll start off with the big ingredient. and the shrimp, because those I got to kind of count out. That's the easiest way to do it. Well, you know what, forget it. We'll just make them look about the same, right? It'll take too long to count it out. Get some potatoes, some shrimp, the sausage. Get the foil packets about even. Now usually Mrs. Cheap would make fun of me because I would weigh these to make sure they weigh the same, but I'm not going to do that this time. Although this side needs some more shrimp, I can tell that. More sausage over here. As I said, you cook these on the grill for about 15 minutes, flipping them halfway through. There's another corn over there. These are big packets. I could probably even do a third one. And I only made this for 2. Doggone, we're going to have leftovers, I'm telling you. But leftovers are a good thing in the Cheap household because they're cheap. Cheap meal. Now got everything in. Boy, I hope these fold up. Hope I can seal them. And I'm just going to pour the juice over them just a little bit, just to get it in there, right? There we go. Now, I don't even know what the perfect fold is. This is tough. I'm going to try top, top, and fold that over a couple of times. And then we'll do the side. Oh yeah, those will fold. And crimp them over a couple of times. Hopefully less leakage. Just like that. As I said, you can do these in the oven too. Put them in a 350 oven for 15 minutes. Do it the same way. Let me get this one and we'll head out to the grill. So I've got the grill cranking it's a little over 500 with the lid shut, but I'm going to cook on these 2 burners here. They're on kind of medium high. I've got another burner on just to keep the whole thing hot. We'll just put those on there and cook them about 10 minutes there. Cover it and let it steam and make our shrimp foil. I'm full up. So there they are, fresh off the grill. The shrimp boil in a foil, shrimp foil boil. Went about 15 to 20 minutes. When we ran out of cocktails, it's time to eat, right? Be careful because there's steam when you open it. But that looks pretty good. I'm just going to plate up here. That's probably enough for Mrs. Cheap and I both, right there in one packet. The shrimp, the andouille, the taters. Get a little, more shrimp for Mrs. Cheap. Look at the color on that. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, doggone it. I got to get the parsley. I forgot you have to sprinkle it with parsley for a little color, right? Look at that. Geesh, I look like a real chef. Well, sort of. But look at that. Great color. What do I need? I need some red pepper, some more andouille. This is in a foil packet on the grill, in the oven, however you want it. But it's a way to do a boil in foil. I like that. With Johnny's Cheap. Kind of a sheet pan in foil. We like sheet pan dinners. And cheap. You buy the shrimp cheap. You buy the corn cheap. You know what? That's the way to go. By the way, if you like my video or videos, click subscribe. We'd love to have you subscribe and click the bell. You'll be able to be notified every time we have a new video. We're pretty consistent with our videos, a couple of them a week, and I hope you like watching. Johnny's Cheap.